Have you planted your tree yet? Georgia seems like a country which is full of nature and greenness when it's seen on an illustrated map, but the reality is different. We want to show you this reality. The forest coverage area has decreased by 5.6% from 2012 to 2013. From 2013 to 2014, the decrease was 18.4%. Some people ignore this fact. They see a green mountain and say that everything is great. According to a study conducted in the coniferous regions of Samsche Javacheti, 23,000 hectares out of 26,000 appeared to be diseased. 22% of the Borjomi-Pakuriani coniferous regions are damaged and/or dried. In Imereti, in Tripoli, Chiatura and Zestafoni, the Endonethia disease has been spread to 16,000 hectares. This data only comes from the regions that have been studied. But then again, we can also ignore this fact and hope that everything is fine elsewhere. However, we won't be able to deal with these problems by ignoring them. The main causes of forest coverage area reduction are illegal woodcutting, diseased trees, and fire. Natural disaster may cause losses from $146 million to $3.3 billion US. The total budget of Georgia amounts to 10 billion lari. This is equivalent to 4 billion US dollars. The trees hold the soil with their roots and secure them tightly into the ground. Therefore, the less trees we have, the probability of landslide increases. 97.7% of forests are situated on mountain slopes. Hence, destroying the forests on the mountain slopes results in various natural disasters such as landslides and floods. In Georgia, around 500,000 people are inhabited in landslide risk zone, meaning that almost every sixth person is in danger. A bit less, 233,000 people live in a high-risk flood zone. This is probably a good thing for the ones that can't swim. Almost half of the buildings of Kwemasvaneti and Raja Lechkomi stand in a high-risk landslide zone. The reduction of the forest coverage area decreases the fertility of soil, resulting in less and less yield annually. It takes 10,000 years for a plenteous soil to form on 5 to 7 millimeters. We don't want to lose time overlooking for mistakes and for whom to blame. We are willing to focus all of our energy on actually changing this reality. Unfortunately, lack of information and experience leads to improper cultivation techniques in Georgia. People often use expensive saplings and plant them without understanding the environment. This results in drying and dying of 70 to 80% of the plants. Considering these issues and following the visions of Patriarch, Your Forest Foundation is implementing the cultivation process with a totally different method and scale. We acknowledge that ecosystem and agriculture are connected. This is called agroecology. The founders of Your Forest have great experience in growing forest in the desert of Turkmenistan. 90% of the cultivated forests flourished very successfully. Encompassing the entire country, 30 stations will be built throughout different regions and climate zones of Georgia. In the radius of 50 kilometers, each station will study the soils, humidity, content, and balance of the water and behavior of whole ecosystem and agrosystem. Each station will consist of a proper infrastructure where high-level international scientists will work on various matters. Georgian students will also be able to work with such great minds. Greenhouses will be built for plant farming. One of them will be used to cultivate the tree saplings, including both wild tree species and orchards. The other ones will provide agricultural seedings. The causes of diseases, infections, and the methods of their treatments will be identified and studied by the convened scientists of the leading universities from all around the world. According to this data, the special greenhouses will provide agriculture best fitted for that exact territory, climate and soil, making it more profitable for the local farmers. On the next stage, the saplings will be planted on the experimental plot of land for adaptation purposes. The saplings which will survive the existing climate and soil conditions will be planted in the nearby forests. The farmers will also use the agricultural plants. On the adjacent territory of the station, there will be a polygon where different experiments will take place in order to attain biogases and clean electricity. The project will also study the possible processes that are to occur in the future on the specific territory, including the climate change, soil, water volume, and information about the most productive areas and products which are to be planted. The derived plants will be used in high-risk zones of landslides, floods and avalanches, also used as wind shields in order to prevent damaging the agricultural lands from strong winds. Till today, Georgia has never seen a project as unprecedented and huge as your forest. Results: near areas of forests will be created using the plants derived from the experimental plots of land. Hundreds of workplaces will be available, which will greatly aid the local society by extending their qualification levels. The gathered information throughout the project will also be important for investors interested in the agricultural sector. The facts and figures from the study will benefit the possible investors having the information about what and where will be most profitable. On daily basis, local farmers will have access to the information regarding the soil, humidity, temperature, water consistency, and all the changes will help them plan their personal farming for their own households. Being based on scientific studies and achievements, the project presents an innovative perspective to the world. The project gives the ability to overcome the forestry and climate problems not only by the local scale but also globally. Therefore, the project will play an important role in the development of ecosystems around the world. All information will form agroecological big data. This huge amount of collected information will be processed by our own high-tech software solutions. Why are we so sure? A team of doctors, professors, engineers, programmers, Israeli and Georgian financial advisors using state-of-the-art equipment ensures quality and long-run results. Are you with us?